So someone just told me that I am too old to be a skateboarder. All right, you ready to get into this? Because I have opinions. This year, I turned 50 years old. Yes, I'm a skateboarder. I finally got my own shop here, and I'm going to build a skate ramp right over there. That's what brought up the conversation. I was just mentioning in passing, I built my own gym over here. I'm going to be building a skateboard over there, skate ramp. And they were like, you're too old to be a skateboarder. So I just want to say right now, it doesn't matter what it is in life. The moment that you decide to step out from mediocrity and do something that people object to because they think you're too old, or they think that you're the wrong sex, or they think that you're the wrong color, the list goes on. You've heard it all before. They're going to come at you with all of these excuses for why you can't do that thing, you shouldn't do that thing. And I can hear it now. Well, maybe they just really care about you and they're worried about the risks and you might get hurt. I'm a skateboarder. Yes, I'm going to get hurt. It's part of the sport. It's part of why it's a beautiful sport. There's risk, there's danger. You do get hurt. 100% chance I'm going to get hurt. Definitely. And that's why it's beautiful. You confront your fears, you confront the danger, and you learn and you push past them. That is what makes life beautiful. Why does somebody climb Mount Everest? Do they do it because it's safe and they get to the top and there was absolutely no risk that anything could possibly go wrong? And then they feel great about themselves because they did this incredibly safe thing? No, they could die up there. People do die up there. We think it's a great accomplishment because it was so much danger, so much risk, and they pushed past it and they did it anyway, right? I skateboard to confront fears. I skateboard because I could get hurt, I will get hurt, I know I will. And you learn to go through that. And in spite of the danger, in spite of the fact that you know at some point you're going to slam and it's going to hurt, or you might go to the hospital, you go through that and you learn the tricks. And when you finally get that trick that you've been working on for months and months and you nail it, there is no better feeling of accomplishment in life than getting to that point. That's what makes life beautiful. So I just want to stop and say, it's not just about my age. It's not about being 50. It's not about like, oh, I feel bad because somebody said this thing to me. It just made me think that no matter what you do in life, when you step out of way from what people consider to be this life of mediocrity and safety that everybody expects these days, nobody wants to take any risks. Nobody wants to do anything dangerous. Oh, I just all want to be safe. People are going to come against you. Let me give you a real-life example from, I want to say, about 15 years ago in my life. And I just have this anecdotal story to share because it's happened to me, but I think it has applications for all parts of life. So around the time I was about 35 years old, I looked like this. Here's a picture of me at 35 years old. So I was living a sedentary life. I was eating garbage all the time. I had a job that involved me sitting on my butt all the time. I was working long hours. The list goes on for why I allowed my health to get to the point in this picture. I had high blood pressure. I was starting to have heart problems. It was drastically affecting my ability to just function in life. I made a decision at that point that I would change my entire fitness and health regimen. I started eating healthy. I started working out like crazy. And I've been doing it ever since. Fast forward several months, and actually probably about a year from that point, and I got myself to the point where I looked like this. So I pushed as hard as I could. I was eating just tons of great, healthy, lean meats. I was eating vegetables like crazy. Man, did I feel great. I was feeling fantastic, like there was lightning in my veins, right? Working out all the time, lifting weights, doing cardio. Oh, did I ever feel good. And let me tell you, when I looked like this, how many people do you think came up to me and said, Max, we're really concerned for you. You're really overweight. You're clearly struggling to breathe. I had bad sleep apnea. How many people do you think came up to me and said, we're really worried about your health? One guess. Ready? Zero. Nobody. Nobody ever said anything to me, ever. Now, when I looked like this, guess what happened? Many people, close family members, and I could probably over 20 people came up to me and said, we're very, very concerned about your health. We think you're carrying things too far, you're too skinny. They didn't say fit, they said skinny. Oh, you're too skinny. It came to the point where I actually heard rumors that family members and friends were planning an intervention. They were going to invite me to a certain location, surprise me, and perform an intervention and tell me how unhealthy I was. I will let you guess how healthy the people were that were planning this. They weren't. They were going to do an intervention on me. So what's the moral of this story? I decided to make a decision to become very, very healthy. And the people who are closest to me in life, you always think it's going to be this big bad wolf that comes up to you and is like, oh, you can't do these things, you're bad. No, it winds up being the people closest to you in life that will try to talk you out of being great, of doing remarkable things, of achieving greatness. That is just the reality of the situation. If you make a decision at any part of your life, it doesn't have to be health, it doesn't have to be sports, it can be anything. You set goals that set yourself out apart from the crowd. Maybe it's achieving financial prosperity. The list goes on. You're going to have to know that for the most part, you're going to have to make that journey alone. Once you get to that place and achieve those goals that you set for yourself, the people closest to you, unfortunately, most likely are not going to be a fan. And it is that point where you're going to have to seek out people who are like-minded. Seek out people. Go out of your way to try to find people in that community, whatever that community is, if it's a sport or if it's fitness or whatever it is. Find those people who are also pushing themselves to those levels. Befriend them, talk with them, make them your new circle of association and friendship. You just have to, because otherwise you're going to be completely alone, and it is hard doing stuff alone. We're human beings. We need fellowship. So anyway, all that to say, I feel like I'm kind of ranting here, which I am, but I do feel like this really has applications in all parts of our life. When you decide to not live a mediocre life, when you decide to go out and achieve amazing things and set your mind to those goals, people will come against you and they will tell you why you can't make those goals that you've set for yourself. They will come in hordes to tell you why you can't do it. Decide to be great. Decide not to be mediocre. Don't live in fear. All of your life has risk. Every part of your life contains risk. Getting out and driving on the freeway, there's a great deal of risk there. Going outside of your house during COVID-19, there's a great deal of risk there. Stay in your home, wear 2 masks, keep watching TV, do what you're told by the government, do what you're told. Don't. I'm just saying. Accept the risk, live the rest of your life. You don't know how much longer you're going to be here, and it's a short life as it is. Get out there, live your life, be happy, don't be afraid. And that is all I have to say today. Thanks for listening. Bye.